What we're happy about is that we are still hearing our old politicians discussing cake ideas, which means that politics is due for disruption. When you see yourself playing yourself like a record player, it means that we are going to move from a record player to a flash disk. Remember the thing we used to play?
If not a floppy disk.
It's not a floppy disk. So I'm very happy that because, you know, I have ambitions for 2027. When you see they are doing the same old, then you can tell actually there are signs for it. But of course, the weekend ended on a low note when Arsenal lost to Liverpool. I'm seeing some people saying there was a penalty, there was no penalty, and all those kind of arguments. But I'm sure for you, you are happy at this morning.
You know me, I honestly do not care if Arsenal lost.
Yes.
I don't care. Just to put it out there, I don't care if you lost.
And for me, it's this serious because, you know, when I was traveling from Nanyuki, then my wife told me it's heartbreaking. So, you know, when you are both Arsenal supporters, your wife is an Arsenal supporter, so everything gets very cold. The night ends very cold. But of course, we are looking forward to a sunny morning.
I hope it never comes. So I hope that sun never shines on the Emirates Stadium. But anyway, we have a couple of stories to tackle and a lot of political happenings. And there is a story that I pick interest in, and probably you might have a thing or two to tell us why you think that how the Standard is calling them cronies of the government, that they are refusing to be relieved of their duties. Now, the story in the Standard is unmoved by outcry. Now, they have survived scandals that would have ruined lesser men, from the looting of billions under their watch, to questionable oil imports, a high death toll from accidents, and serious human rights abuses, and of course a loss of money. And these three gentlemen are Cabinet Secretary of Interior, Kipchumba Murkomen, Aden Duale of Health, and Kipchirchir of Trade and is it Trade? Is it? Yeah, I think so. Why do you think, and the Standard are saying loyalty is the only way for them to keep their jobs, not scandal, is not just any other scandal, as they are terming that the cost of doing business? Your thoughts?
Yeah. You see, Alan, this country has never ruled by people who love Kenya. This country has never been ruled by people who care about people. When you see politicians have been given undue, what the so-called freedom and rights, when a few people have elevated level of rights and freedoms that they enjoy and privileges, it means that very many more Kenyans are going to be denied more. Look at them. All those people you mentioned now are billionaires. When they came to the cabinet, the first time they came to government, they were actually struggling even to manage a campaign. A campaign for an MP would be something like 50 to 60 million. Some of them, that was difficult. Now they can. I'm hearing that some of those people nowadays can buy property 100 million in cash. Yes. Even now, John Badi the other day bought a property worth 100 million in cash. When you look at Ruto's cabinet, now Ruto's cabinet is worth around 28 billion shillings. So if you put the cabinet
Cumulatively.
How many Kenyans even know what a billion is? Alan, do you know that a billion is 1,000 shillings times 10 million Kenya shillings? So it means that if you have a billion, you can give in your village 10 million people 1,000 shillings each. That's how rich you are if you have 1 billion. And if you have 1 billion, when you spend 20,000 shillings per day, you can spend that money for 70 days. If you are not working, you just wake up and you spend 20,000 shillings a day and you go to bed. So what can you do with 20,000 shillings a day? The most expensive lunch in town is around 5,000, isn't it? So what else are you doing with money? maybe fuel is, even if you take an Uber, but I'm sure with that one you don't need Uber. So I'm trying to say that some people are living beyond their means.
Yeah.
They're living above their means. To believe above your means or beyond your means means you have to live on somebody. Lazima unyonye mtu. You must be able to suck somebody.
Yeah.
So you are sucking money from Kenyans and then you are getting this right. And I think, Alan, in all honesty, this thing starts with the voter. When you vote for somebody just because you got money, and then after that person has been voted and they become very powerful, they continuously give you money, and then you think that you're getting something, this completely Kenyans should change their mind. And I hope that in 2027, Kenyans are going to look at it differently. Because if you look at what happened, for example, the G2G oil you talked about, isn't it? That was a flop. And there was a corruption there. There are some of these guys who have been in charge of interior, shoot to kill. Those things are actually unconstitutional. Now look at Shah, money swindle and completely gone by the wind.
Yeah.
All these things in other countries will not work. Alan, do you know why Johnson had to resign from being the Prime Minister of UK?
Yeah, because he partied during COVID-19.
Imagine organizing a party only makes an entire Prime Minister
Step
to
down.
go home.
Yeah.
For us here, people dead, they're in offices. Billions of shillings lost, they're in offices. And people should not just look at billions of shillings lost. When Shah loses money, the way they're losing money, it's not just that they lost money. Some people have died in hospital because they have no medicine. So it's indirect murder. And I think that should be somebody should come to Kenya really as a head of state that would not want to see those things. I'm telling people that if I was president today, I would ensure either the CS or the PS is a health economist. Because the problem affecting healthcare in Kenya is health financing. So I know the PS is Olunga, he's a surgeon. He has no idea completely, he has not done anything on health economics. That's when I was a professor in Strathmore Business School. I introduced the Institute of Healthcare Business in the business school, and we had a topic called health economics. How can you fix health financing? Without financing health, people are just gonna die.
Yeah.
Now these guys are only talking about tenders. They're just talking about how to make money off the citizens who are paying this money. But they're not looking for how the citizens can actually get benefits. They don't have any clue how this can happen. Remember that day we discussed with you about around 2.4 billion shillings worth of medicine that expired.
Yeah.
And the CS Aden Duale was looking for 600 million shillings to throw away that, dispose of that medicine. And we are in this country, and no one feels anything. Can you imagine that, Alan, when I was campaigning to become the MP of Kenya, there's a time I told people in a certain village that I'm going to pass there to say hi. And of course they asked me, when you pass to say hi, how much money are you going to give us? So I told them, I promise I can give you 50 shillings each, isn't it? Imagine they woke up in the middle of the night. I felt so ashamed of myself that someone would wake up in the middle of the night to come and queue to receive 50 shillings from politicians. Now, that is time spent on poverty. Now, forget about their waking up to take 50 shillings. Can you imagine now that 2 billion shillings have been lost and have disappeared, yet in a village, people can wake up to pick 50 shillings? Meaning that, look at how poor, how poverty has ravaged some of those people. Somebody is taking 600 million to dispose of medicine that could have helped people. And in a certain village, somebody wakes up to pick 50 shillings. During the campaign, now they are saying that now that 50 shillings has gone to 200 shillings now. So just even 200 shillings is very little money now, isn't it? How many items, Alan, can you buy with 200 shillings? If you leave home with 200 shillings in your pocket, will you feel safe? But you see, This is what these people can actually queue for hours and hours to take. Yet some of our politicians blow away 600 million, 2 billion shillings. So what I want to say is that this government of Kenya Kwanza, and I'm sorry to say, Alan, did not come on this platform based on competence, and they don't run on the platform of anti-corruption. If I'm wrong, look at their manifesto. They never mention anything about anti-corruption. They never mention anything about competence. But the only thing that is making this government go down again is the same thing. Gross incompetence and gross corruption. And I think that, Alan, is good for us to explain to Kenyans that in as much as people think corruption is good, corruption has a net negative impact on life. Because if you are bribing and also you are being bribed, in the end, you are bribing more than you're being bribed.
Yeah.
And then the impact it has affects you in terms of your values and in terms of your position in society, accurate details. So according to me, the holy cows in this government are way too many. In fact, when people talk about the shares discussion, maybe these people hold more shares than even the president, maybe. Because why is the president not able to take action on them?
Because that was
maybe he's making money for them.
That was going to be my next question. Because when you look at, let me call a spade, the blatant mistakes that not only the cabinet secretaries that are in the Standard this morning, the blatant mistakes that has been made by a series of government officials, and the president isn't moving a single finger. And how does he feel as that is in tandem with what? Because you have to look at what I'm doing to validate what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if they are not the same, then try make us understand what really the thought process of the president.
There's something I learned when I was a seminary. I wanted to be a priest. I think I told you before.
Yeah.
We were told, follow me as I follow Christ. Meaning that if you see your boss moving towards Christ,
that's where you go.
That's where you go. Maybe Muslims can say, follow me
as I follow Allah.
Allah or Muhammad.
Muhammad, yes.
It? Maybe Buddhists can say that you follow me as I follow Confucius, isn't it? But the point I'm trying to draw here is that we need a good example.
Yeah.
And if the leader of the country is not a good example himself, isn't it?
Even though those around him.
Yes. For example, if the president says, this government is corrupt, we are in the cabinet meeting, and the president says, this country is corrupt, isn't it? Then one cabinet asks him, Mr. President, can you throw the first stone? He can't throw the first stone. Tell me any single person in Ruto's government who can throw the first stone. Tell me any single person who is not corrupt in Ruto's government.
Of course they will say until they are proven.
And then tell me, whom do you think is highly competent in that government? Because I've told you, this government came into power with a grossly incompetent team, isn't it?
When I think when we talk about competency, I feel there is a handful of competent people. But remember, in our conversations, we've always said that they just decide to switch off and say, okay, this is the place that we are in. We're just going to play by the book.
No, Alan, competency doesn't mean knowing. Also, your values, what you stand for.
So probably they aren't incompetent in education and in ability, but they are incompetent in values.
Competence must be connected together. You cannot separate them.
Yeah.
I've heard people like saying, my religious life, which is only a Sunday. Some of us are just Sunday Christians. Someone says, my corporate life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then my social life. Then my family life.
It's just a holistic life.
Which life do you have? How many lives do you have?
I am a cat, I have 9 lives.
Have one. So you see, there must be what you call congruence in life, isn't it?
The interconnectedness.
Yes. Like you see, today, I arrived slightly later than I actually arrived.
Yeah.
Because today I was supposed to take my son to change school because I'm not happy with the school where he's going. So there's a policeman who stopped me.
Yeah.
And my son is sitting next to me on the left. And he has heard me speaking on TV saying, Ruto government is corrupt, isn't it? Then I crossed a line which it was my fault, isn't it? Then policeman tells me, stop there. And imagine, I need to drop my son in school then come here.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, Alan will be calling, Fred, where are you? So I was seeing you all over the place.
Yeah.
And God told me, just be calm. I told the policeman, because I cannot give this person a bribe.
When your son is seated.
My son is sitting here. I have to pay that price. But normally I don't give, isn't it? So I told the policeman, this is the circumstances. There was an error in decision making. Because when I woke up again, somebody blocked my gate because somebody was bringing in a car inside. So
yeah.
I tried to explain to him. Then he looked at me, and then he saw honest person on my face. He told me to go. He never asked me for money. So I'm thinking some people also give because they are too much in a hurry to give. Sometimes just say, maybe if you called me, I could have told me, Alan, I'm held here.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to say that life can never be like that. I remember there's a time when I was interviewing somebody in a board meeting.
Yeah.
No, I was giving a recommendation for someone to go get a very high level job. So I was told, Fred, you used to be so-and-so's boss. What would you be able to allow us to hire him to be a CEO of this organization? This guy was a good guy. He's a brilliant guy. But I said that in spite of being brilliant, when I worked with him, I never saw how much he used his brilliance to the benefit of the organization. So you can tell me these people's qualification. Go back in history.
Yeah.
Have they ever used their brilliance to help Kenyans? Like now, let me talk about here.
Yeah.
People say the president is a very intelligent man, isn't it? Yes, he is intelligent. Having won the presidency in the first term is intelligence, isn't it?
Yeah.
But how has he used this intelligence to make Kenya a better country? You understand me? Professor Kithure Kindiki, the next in command, is a full professor of law, isn't it? When he was the CS for Interior, he was saying some things
that aren't
unconstitutional.
Yeah.
So then you ask yourself, what is a competence? Competence cannot just be
it exists in oblivion.
No, it must exist with your values. If Alan, your wife tells you you're a competent husband, you cannot just because you're brilliant, you can do a show.
Yeah.
Are you faithful? Isn't it? Are you caring? Isn't it? How good are you as a father? How a good example are you? Competence can only be because we are intellectual beings, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're also spiritual beings. Isn't it? We're also physical beings. So you must be competent also spiritually. Like now people talk about CBC, isn't it? They're talking about the intellectual conscience, isn't it? Emotional intelligence, isn't it? Spiritual intelligence, also physical intelligence. That you should at least do an activity, you can play football, that's physical intelligence, isn't it? They're also saying that at least you should relate with some God, some kind, respect some being.
Yeah.
You should be having good manners.
Yeah.
So when you're hiring somebody, Alan, would you just look at the fact that I was in a HAL Alliance, isn't it? Then I was in Moi University.
Yeah.
But my attitudes, my manners, you cannot gauge. Competence must be put together. So Alan, I'll dedicate to you a book. This book is called Giving Voice to Your Values.
Yeah.
Giving voice to your values means that what you believe, you carry them to work. When you carry what you believe to work, then people can see the values in the voices, how you interact with people.
Yeah.
You say, no, guys, we cannot take a shortcut on that. You are giving voice to your values. And you only do that by your activities.
Yeah.
So for me, competence is not just knowing. Competence is also doing.
Yeah.
Virtue comes from repeated good behavior. Vices comes from repeated bad behavior.
Yeah.
And your virtues comes from your values, and they form part of your competence. Alan, yes.
Yeah, that is a whole lesson of psychology and good social mannerisms.
Yeah.
I want us to take a quick break. Yeah, when we come back, there is a meeting that is happening. If not right about now, it is supposed to happen today. County governments are being told to procure on a particular platform.
Yeah.
And the president yesterday said, if you do not want to procure here, then you can as well resign. Yeah, those are the words of... Let us take this quick break and we're going to